Hello, and welcome back to Word for Word, the podcast where we get granular about grammar. I'm your host, Avery.
And I'm Melody. It's wonderful to be here. Today, we're tackling a topic that involves some of the smallest words in the English language, but which cause some of the biggest problems, especially for learners.
You're so right. They're tiny, they're everywhere, and the rules can feel almost invisible to native speakers, yet they are a massive hurdle for almost everyone else. We are, of course, talking about articles.
Yes, the big three: a, an, and the. That's it. Only three little words. How hard can they be?
Famous last words. The reason they're so tricky is that many other languages don't have articles at all, or they use them in completely different ways. So for a learner, it's not just new vocabulary, it's a whole new category of grammar to wrap your head around.
Exactly. So let's break it down. The entire system of English articles hinges on one central question. Is the noun you're talking about specific or general?
That's the core concept. Let's start with the general side. This is the job of the indefinite articles, a and an.
Indefinite means not defined or not specific. We use them when we're talking about a singular, countable noun for the first time, or when it doesn't matter which one we're referring to. For example, if I say, I need a pen.
Right, you don't mean a specific pen. Any pen will do. It's one of many. Or she is a doctor. It's her profession, one of many doctors in the world.
So when do we use a versus an? This is one of the first rules people learn, but there's a common misunderstanding about it.
Most people think it's about whether the next word starts with a vowel or consonant letter, but that's not quite right. It's about the sound.
This is such a crucial point. We use a before a consonant sound and an before a vowel sound. So far, so good. But what about the word hour? It starts with the letter H, a consonant, yet we say an hour. Why?
Because the H is silent. The first sound you actually make is the ow vowel sound, so it gets an an. Same with an honor.
The opposite is also true. Look at the word university. It starts with the letter U, a vowel, but we say a university.
Because the first sound is U, like the word you. That y sound is a consonant sound, so it gets a. The same applies to a unicorn or a European country. It's all about that first sound that leads your lips.
That's a fantastic clarification. It's a phonetics rule, not a spelling rule.
Okay, so that's the indefinite side of things. Now let's cross the street to the specific side. And here we only have one option, the definite article, the.
The is the powerhouse of specificity. We use it when the listener knows exactly which noun we're talking about.
Right, and there are several ways the listener might know this. The first and most common way is because it has already been mentioned.
This is the classic indefinite to definite pipeline. Let me tell you a quick story. Yesterday, I bought a sandwich and a soda. The sandwich was delicious, but the soda was warm.
Perfect. The first time you mention them, they are a sandwich and a soda because they're new information. But the second you mention them again, they become the sandwich and the soda because now I know exactly which ones you mean.
Exactly. Another reason is when something is unique, there's only one of it, like the sun, the moon, the Eiffel Tower.
Right, or when the context makes it clear which one you're talking about. If we're in my living room and I say, could you turn on the light? I mean the light in this specific room. Okay, so we have a and an for general, and the for specific. But what about the third option, which is perhaps the most confusing of all?
Using no article at all. This is often called the zero article, and it's not a mistake, it's a deliberate grammatical choice.
The main time we use a zero article is when we are talking about something in a very general, abstract sense, with plural or uncountable nouns.
Right. Let's compare. If I say dogs are loyal with no article, I mean dogs in general, the entire concept of dogs.
But if you say the dogs are in the yard, you mean specific dogs that we both know about.
It's the same for uncountable nouns. Knowledge is power. That's the abstract concept. But the knowledge you gain from this podcast is valuable, refers to specific knowledge.
We also use the zero article for most proper nouns, like people's names, most cities and countries, and for institutions when we're talking about their purpose, not the building.
Like, she goes to school, meaning she's a student, versus her mother went to the school for a meeting, which refers to the specific building.
So, to recap the whole system, a and an introduce a new singular countable noun. The refers to a specific noun that everyone is aware of, and the zero article refers to general concepts with plural or uncountable nouns.
That's the framework, but it's less a set of rigid rules and more of a feel that you develop over time by listening and reading. You start to internalize what sounds natural.
I think that's the best advice. The specific versus general framework will guide you most of the time, but for the rest, it's all about exposure and paying attention.
Absolutely. These three little words are the glue that helps stick our nouns to reality, telling us whether we're in the world of the specific or the realm of the general.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thank you so much for tuning in to Word for Word.
Join us next time as we continue to explore the fascinating details of the English language. Until then, keep listening and keep learning.